Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome to this wondrous Chaturday. Hopefully, you are doing well. So this music is really loud in my ear. Hold on, let me turn this down a little bit. I don't like it that loud in my ear. Ah, that's better. Maybe is it okay for you guys? Or wait, there's not even any. Oh, because it's all the way down. There we go. There's some background music. Okay, I think we're good now. I think we're good. Let's see here. Hello, Super Mario Benny. Hello, Segun. Hello, Cordy. Hello, Mojo. Hello, Yuji. Hopefully you're all doing well. Do you plan on finishing that Banjo-Kazooie Let's Play? That Banjo-Kazooie Let's Play, huh? The one that I started, like, what is it now? Like a year and a half ago and never finished it? One day, one day well, I think it's probably something I'll probably more likely do live as opposed to like continuing the Zach plays, because Zach plays usually don't do that well. So I don't think I'm really gonna do any more Zach plays unless it's something live, like obviously the Mario Party Marathon. But if you want like live gameplay and such, if you want like live playthroughs and such, I'd recommend checking out my Twitch channel. I don't stream there like all the time, but whenever I do stream gameplay, it's like always at least going to be streamed a little bit over there. So I'd say definitely check out my Twitch channel if that's something you could potentially be interested in. Hello, Rebecca, the Luigi Guard. How are you doing today? Hopefully everyone's having a great Saturday. Is that supposed to be like that? Okay, no. Seems like, okay, yeah. Okay, I'm live. Okay. For some reason, I was like, am I not live? Because my little preview thing was still on the starting soon screen, but looks like I'm good. Did you ever play a Metal Gear Solid game? If not, do you plan on potentially checking out the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake, which was recently announced? Maybe. I know I have quite a few. I think I have, Twin Snakes on GameCube, and I have Snake Eater on 3DS. And actually, I think I do have the original on PS1 as well, so maybe I'll give them a shot. Just go you Luigi Guard? Okay. But maybe. I'm wanting to try out a lot of newer games and such. I mean, I've been playing a bunch of modern stuff like on Xbox and stuff. So, so maybe. No promises though. I never want to guarantee I'm gonna play a game because like half the time I usually don't end up playing it. Like I have such commitment issues when it comes to video games. Like I mean, I'm reaching a point in my life where it is going. I mean, you guys have probably noticed like YouTube content is decreased. Obviously, I haven't done a Chaturday in ages, and just life has been extremely busy. That's why like this is like the last Chaturday I'm gonna have until mid-July potentially, just because there's like a lot of stuff going on. It's my birthday next week, and I'm going away that weekend for my birthday. Then I got Too Many Games convention in a couple weeks. If you haven't seen those videos, or like my videos where I talked about the Too Many Games convention, definitely consider going. It's in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, or like just outside of Philadelphia. And I'm going to be there. Riders DX is going to be there. Dave Ace is going to be there. It's going to be a good time. Then I'm going over to the United Kingdom for a few weeks to see family and friends and all that. So I'll be very, very busy. But I'm going to try and plan out content and all that for, I mean, I think while I'm in England, I think it's probably just going to be a lot of Too Many Games content, because I probably won't have anything else filmed. I mean, unless like a Nintendo Direct happens and there's something for me to actually talk about from Nintendo, but there really isn't, because Nintendo is very like, all right, Tears of the Kingdom's out, now we don't know anything. But yeah. Trust me, don't play Twin Snakes. It's not a really good remake of the original PS1 game and lost all of its charm. I know the feeling when it comes to remakes, losing the charm of the original. I recently got an Xbox and played Re-Hide, oh my god, it feels like I missed out so much on Xbox Friends Falsely instead of CS. Yeah, like, the Xbox, like, I mean, if you're at least comparing it to the Switch version, which I'm assuming since you're Super Mario Benny, you played the Switch version, it is like night and day between the two consoles. It is pretty insane. It's still weird that I still have an N64 in a Wii. I know. I literally was hooking up all my game consoles last week, or maybe 2 weeks ago now, and it did feel weird. I hooked up my GameCube, my N64, my Super Nintendo, my PlayStation 1, my Wii. Like, I was hooking up all my old stuff. I'm like, oh my god, I haven't had this stuff hooked up in a while. So probably at some point when I have like my own personal time, I'll probably play some games on those consoles. It's been a while, and now that I've got my collection back, I've got even more reason to. So should be good fun. Thank you, Yuji, for the happy early birthday wish. Yeah, this was my main platform. Yeah, I figured. Yeah, the Switch. I mean, I love the Switch. I love the Switch, and I love how it plays. I love that it plays third-party games at all. Like, I'm glad that it's getting decently good third-party support. But yeah, like it doesn't compare to the Xbox, you know, or like any other modern platform. As we get a few from my grandmother, I'll take care of Mojo once a week. I've been pretty stressed the past week. Oh, I'm sorry, Mojo. Hopefully you get to unwind a little bit and de-stress with my stream. I always try to, you know, provide like a nice little positive little vibe and a place where everyone can just kind of chill and hang out. So hopefully I can help you with that, and I'm sorry for your loss. So it's not too active too much that I need to work on my mental health. Hey, trust me, same here. No worries. Don't ever apologize for having to focus on your mental health. I know that, like, trust me. Mental health is very important to work on. You know, I could go to a spiel about that, but I won't. But yeah, so make sure you focus on your mental health. It's good to see you here, though. Oh my lord, Papa Pete. I love that. You see me pop up and you're in a bar and you're like, you know what? Let me go say hello to Zach Peck. Hey, Papa Pete. Hopefully you're doing well. But good to see you. Sad you won't be at too many games, though. I mean, you probably can't even hear that, but hope you're doing well, Papa Pete. In terms of multi-plat games, now I've asked them for Series X, for example. Fortnite barely hits the 30 and never drops on Xbox. Yeah, I mean, Xbox, that's the thing, Xbox is just powerful. That's why people want a more powerful Switch. Like 6 years ago, when it was just like the Xbox One and the PS4, like, yeah, those consoles were also more powerful, but like, it wasn't as noticeable as, like, because I think the thing with like the Series X and the PS4, and obviously, you know, PC included as well, is it focuses more on not making games look better, because like there's not much more we can do, but it's about the performance and optimizing the performance of these games. And the Switch just, I mean, it falls behind both visually and performance wise, you know? So it is something that Nintendo needs to address. I really want a new Switch. I don't even want them to do a new console. I just want them to do, I mean, a new console, yes, but I mean, like, you know, Nintendo, they're always like, oh, we have this fresh idea that sold millions and millions of units. Let's throw that aside and do something completely different. It's like, so I already know Nintendo's next console is not going to be a Switch. I just feel it in my bones. They're not going to continue with the Switch idea. And that would be a shame. But then that would lead to the question, what about like their handheld market? They completely have the handheld. Well, I mean, I guess not anymore, really, because the Steam Deck. But even though the Steam Deck doesn't have the mass appeal that the Nintendo Switch has. So, I don't know. We'll see. Why am I so orange? Like, I have this freaking white light on myself. You see, that's too bright. I don't know why I look orange. I don't know. I guess it looks a little bit better. Maybe it's too bright. But, yeah, for those of you who didn't get to see my stream on Twitch yesterday, I actually did a little stream on Twitch. Yesterday, I played The Quarry for its 1-year anniversary. I mean, obviously, I will do occasional gameplay streams here if the game is relevant to my YouTube channel. Because, obviously, if I do a game that, like, no one on the YouTube channel really cares about. But if you're more interested on just chatting with me and just hanging out and having a good time while I play a game, Twitch is definitely the more so place to do that. Because Twitch is always quieter. It's always like, you know, less people chat just because I have a smaller following on there. But it's just more of a chill, kind of relaxed time. So if you want to check out Twitch, definitely do it. Link should be in the description down below. If it's not, I can update it. I should be streaming tonight. I might potentially have plans for something going on tonight, but I'm not sure. I don't want to jinx anything, but we shall see. All right, what have I missed? What's your opinion on Switch 2? Okay, I kind of did cover this. If you think we should get one, when would be would be a good time to announce it? Honestly, I think I want, like I said, I want a Switch 2. I want an evolution of the Switch and not something completely different, because yes, tickets are still on sale for Too Many Games. So if you go to the Too Many Games website, you can get your tickets on there. They are still for sale right now. Anyways, back to the Switch 2 question. Sorry, I just saw that. I had to address it. As for when a good time would be to announce it, I mean, I think Nintendo should go back to the November release dates they used to do. Like the Wii U, I think came out in November. I think the Wii might have as well. The GameCube came out, at least in the United States. I should clarify also in North America. But yeah, but that would mean having to reveal the console sometime soon, like within this month or next month. Or I guess August could work too. Well, I don't really know. Like, I mean, just give a few months for marketing. Market it better than the Wii U, please. If you're going to do a sequel to the Switch, please market it better than the Wii U. Like, please don't mess that up again. But yeah, I think that's kind of what I think. Hey, Brandon, how you doing? 10 minutes late, but I'm here. Well, welcome. I'd be fine with a Switch Pro if it was a Switch with genuinely better hardware. That's what I'm saying. Like, if they just, like, make it more powerful and just, like, beef it up a little bit. I don't even care if it's a little bit bigger or if it, you know, it's just, like, it's not the exact same form factor as a Switch. I mean, Joy-Cons, like, having Joy-Con compatibility would be preferable. But then, again, that could lead to some confusing marketing with Wii U. I don't know. Just Nintendo, don't mess it up. I mean, the controllers might not even be a confusing factor as long as Nintendo frames this as a new console. And backwards compatibility has to be a thing. They have to make it backwards compatible with original Switch games, the whole lot. Everyone gets to patch their games, even if it's just a digital. Like, even if it doesn't take cartridges, or well, I mean, if it's a Switch, it'll probably do cartridges. But even if it's like, even if it's only digital games that are backwards compatible, I don't even care. Just freaking make sure that every single Switch game is able to be played on this next console. And yeah, just, that's how I think. Nintendo's being a Nintendo. Exactly. Nintendo's being Nintendo. If they don't continue the hybrid format, that'd be a total downgrade. I don't know if they necessarily want the new console, but I think they do is keep the hybrid format and evolve it. Exactly. Don't know if you saw Ryder's video about Cosmic Shake not selling well, but I think it has to do two things: exclusive last gen, and second was a little to no marketing for the game. It was announced, and then there's a year of silence. I mean, Rehydrated had that as well. I think no, Rehydrated had, I think it was like 4 months, 5 months, so it wasn't a year. But I feel like Rehydrated, Ryder's might have said this, I don't remember, but I feel like Rehydrated had just more hype because a lot of the hype and the promotion for this game was during COVID, like the lockdown. So, like, when the lockdown originally started for COVID, it was everyone got very nostalgic. Like that's why video game prices went way up. We're not like obviously for the Switch or Xbox or PlayStation, but I mean like retro game prices. For those of you who keep track of the retro game market, prices skyrocketed. The GameCube right now, well, I don't know much about right now, but back when COVID started, was really expensive to buy for because everyone was buying up old GameCube games because like people were stuck at home, people were feeling nostalgic about the games they grew up with. They wanted to kind of go to that safe spot of like when they were a kid and playing the games they grew up with. So people started buying GameCubes and Wiis and DSs, and so the prices of that stuff went up. I think it's normalizing now that we're out of the pandemic and gaming is evolving with, you know, the release of the next gen consoles, or I guess current gen now. But you know, even still, like game prices went up for that reason. And where was I even going with that? Oh, but with Rehydrated, wow, I really went off on a tangent there. Yeah, with Rehydrated, it was a lot of it had to do with nostalgia too. Remember, like people loved Battle for Bikini Bottom. It is one of, if not the most popular licensed game to ever be created. Like, let's be real about it. A lot of people who've played that game as a kid just have fond memories of it because it is a genuinely really good, fun platformer. Simple, but fun. It serves the purpose it needs to for a licensed kids game without feeling too dumbed down or too stupid. It has its hard moments. It has its challenges. It has pretty good progression. You learn a lot of moves. Like, there's a lot of good things in this game. So Rehydrated, people were like, you know, with the mix of the COVID nostalgia, with the fact that it did look genuinely good, THQ Nordic had just gotten the license to Nickelodeon games back, so people were wondering what they were going to do. There was a lot of anticipation for what they were going to release. With all of the promotion that it was being given from people like Shift, even like people like me and Riders and everyone else who was covering this game. I mean, back when I was covering that game, I was able to get Luigi's Mansion 3 level views Like, and Luigi's Mansion, big Nintendo franchise, Nintendo's huge video game beast. I talk about a licensed SpongeBob game, it would get the same views, sometimes even more, for talking about the game. Like, it was a hot topic. It was a really hot topic. So, the hype, the anticipation, COVID, all of that just made Rehydrated that much more anticipated. Cosmic Shake, as long with it not being marketed as well, it got way fewer trailers, but given that Rehydrated was a remake, everyone kind of knew the gist of the game already. It was just showing off the changes, showing off what was new. That's why they did those level trailers, where each level got its own trailer, to show people, like, hey, this is what Goo Lagoon looks like now, this is what Rock Bottom looks like now, this is what Kelp Forest looks like now. You can't really necessarily do that with Cosmic Shake. I mean, you kind of can, because it's the same levels but different, but not really. It's hard to explain. You can't do the same tactic because this game is completely new, and you'd just be spoiling too much, So I get why they didn't promote it as much, but then also, like I said, the hype, or not the hype, but the nostalgia and all of that just wasn't there as much for the game. So, I don't know. And plus, they didn't really do much new with it. And I love the game. I think it came out great, but it didn't do anything fresh or inventive or new. It's a very play it safe, by the books kind of game, and it works really well for what it tries to do. So, like, some bugs and all, whatever. Not too many bugs. Pretty polished experience compared to Rehydrated at launch. But like, it was still a play it safe platformer, and maybe some people wanted something a little bit different, which is not what they saw. Rehydrated, you can't do anything inventive because it's a remake, so that's what I think. I know that was a really long-winded comment, but there you go. I graduate high school in 2 weeks. I think there are 400 more graduating class. That's awesome, Mojo. Congratulations on graduating. I think the problem is that Nintendo might fear a second Wii U. They dropped the Wii, and it was a huge success, and success might be a downfall. They want to Here's the thing, though. I feel like the only reason the Wii U was a failure was because the way they marketed it. I think the best way to explain this is to watch Scott the Waz's video. Shout out to Scott the Waz. Obviously, I mean, everyone knows who he is. But you look at their trailers, they don't show the console. All you see is this gamepad, right? That's all you see, this gamepad. And one of the launch titles is a New Super Mario Bros. Game, which could easily be mistaken for New Super Mario Bros. Wii, right? All there is this gamepad. That's all that anyone sees. If they come out, you can even call it the Nintendo Switch 2. And just market. Well, first of all, 2 implies a sequel. Wii U doesn't imply anything. Switch 2 implies a sequel, right? And people are used to the numbering from PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? So market it as a sequel, Switch 2, but then show what makes this console different. Show the bloody console. Show the new bells and whistles. Show how powerful it is. Show newer games running on it. Don't show something that already exists on. Like, show a new 3D Mario game. Something that isn't like Odyssey, or even close to an Odyssey 2. A new Zelda game that isn't in the style of Breath of the Wild. Something new and interesting to make you go, oh, this is new. This is all new stuff. Not like having new Super Mario Brothers, That's how I think, personally, they should do it. I like Tears of the Kingdom, but sometimes the frames per second goes down when I'm playing. I really hope the next Nintendo console has a lot more power. I think if they made a handheld console with a lot more power, no Wii U promotion, it could sell very well. Yeah, like if they just market it as a true successor, and if they just make it more powerful, to be honest. I think that's the biggest thing people want from the Switch. I think the biggest praise that people have of the Switch, especially when compared to the Steam Deck, is just the form factor of the console itself. It's lightweight, it's small. Well, as small as it, it's a perfect size, right? The Steam Deck is a chonky boy. The Steam Deck is chonky. The Switch is a perfect size. It just needs more power. And I feel like with a few years of development, Nintendo can make it more powerful. We'll just have to wait and see. Let's see. Here's why I think your theory about the hybrid format being followed. Nintendo has said Nintendo Switch Online will be like PlayStation, will carry over to the next series. The series online has Nintendo Switch in the name. Yeah, well, I don't. Here's the thing, though. The Nintendo. I think hold on, let me find that graphic, because if I'm not mistaken, give me a second. I just want to make sure that I'm remembering this correctly. Now, of course, I'm not finding it, because I know there's a graph. Yeah, here. It literally, this is it. So look. Let me make sure it focuses on the screen here. It says Nintendo account. This is an official Nintendo graphic, even though it's not focusing. Yes, this is the Nintendo Switch Online, but they're calling it a Nintendo account. Like, this account is your Nintendo account, and that's what's going to be pushing forward. It's not necessarily a Nintendo Switch Online. I mean, yes, right now, since we have the Switch, it is the Nintendo Switch service, or the Nintendo Switch Online service, but in the future, it could be the Nintendo... I can't think of a name. The Nintendo game console service, or whatever they call it next. You know, like, the Nintendo service is the overall brand, and then obviously for each console, will have its own service. Like, yes, they'll all be interconnected by... The account will remain the same, which sucks because I mean that means they're going to keep friend codes around, which is like, why would they keep friend codes around? But I don't think it's proof. I mean, like, the graph literally is just a Nintendo account. They don't say Nintendo Switch account, so I wouldn't bet on them still using the Switch name. Hybrid format. I mean, like I said, Nintendo's always whenever someone uses an idea that Nintendo, like, how do I describe this? Like, whenever the trend starts to not be only Nintendo, once you get, like, the PlayStation Move and the Kinect, Nintendo's like, right, let's do whatever's next. And I even think there was an interview recently where someone said Nintendo's always looking for new ways to innovate, you know, the gaming sphere and doing new things. And I don't know. I wouldn't put it past Nintendo to not do to completely change, you know, to completely change paths. Anything's possible. A game console theory. But you gotta remember the virtual console is gone now forever, so game prices will keep going up in the future. Keep going up. Yeah, true. I mean, the thing is, like, I mean, you have the Nintendo Switch Online service, and that is something that I think would carry over. I mean, that makes sense. That's why I don't think they're in a rush to really release GameCube or DS or Wii, because if this is a continual service that Nintendo wants to keep for game generations to come, I don't think they're going to do GameCube right now. It just doesn't make sense. If they want this to be a service with longevity, they might wait a little bit. I mean, we're still waiting for Mario Party 3, by the way, to come on the service. That got announced freaking last year. Still waiting on that. But, yeah. Let's see. A lot of people also don't even know SpongeBob is still airing. Steam. I wouldn't say that. I think people still know SpongeBob's airing. It's still pretty popular, I'd say. Obviously not as popular as years ago, but I wouldn't go as far as to say, like, people don't know it's still on air. Steam Deck kind of reminds me of a Game Gear. True, I can see that. I can see the Game Gear inspiration there. Sorry, just gonna quickly look something up. Okay. Do you think if Luigi's Mansion 2 were made a couple years after the first game, it would have had a similar tone and atmosphere? I guess so, because, like, I mean, Nintendo's ideology has obviously changed over the last 10 years. Like, you know, you look at games like, obviously, Luigi's Mansion and Paper Mario, and, I mean, I think those are the main two examples. I'm sure there's other ones, but I think Luigi's Mansion and Paper Mario are the two obvious examples where it's like, wow, these series are way different than they were before. Like, you can say Mario Party as well, but, like, I think that's a little bit different. I mean, yeah, the board design got a little bit more generic, you know, at least with 9 and 10 and all that, but I don't think it really counts. I think it's more so Luigi's Mansion and Paper Mario that kind of count, just because, like, you could tell that the way they were handled back on the GameCube is just way different than they were handled on the 3DS and the Switch, for instance. Like, there's a complete a complete difference. I mean, obviously Luigi's Mansion, it's tonal, it's the atmosphere, whatever. And then Paper Mario, it's simplifying the story and reducing the RPG elements. I don't want to say getting rid of the RPG elements as like some people would, but just reducing them. And you know, it is a shame if Luigi's Mansion 2 were made on the GameCube or even the Wii. I'd say it'd probably still have that same style of the first game. But after the Wii, or even like in the later era of the Wii, like if it was launched like before the year like 2010, then I could see it having the same atmosphere. By the way, I'm going to quickly plug in here. If you guys are enjoying the stream, drop a like. It would mean a lot if you guys like the stream. It helps me stay in the YouTube algorithm or whatever. Anything else got to plug? I mean, like, I've already plugged too many games. So, yeah, I think that's it. Let's continue. I told my friends on a new SpongeBob episode, and they were like, "There's still a new SpongeBob episode?" Really? Interesting. Here's some of my predictions for 2023 Nintendo announcements. Paper Mario 1000-Year Door Refolded, Metro Prime 1 and 2 Remastered, which was HD Trilogy, but was split into 3 games. Mario Super Swingers. Oh, yeah, I think you mentioned this yesterday. Pokemon games, Smash Brothers. I still think there's a few. Hold on. Which I know they still need to do. They still have a few games they need to release though for the Nintendo 64 online service. I know there's excuse me. I know there's Mario Party 3 that still needs to come out. Pokemon Stadium 2. I don't know. I just know there's. I don't know what. Yeah, it's Pokemon Stadium 2, Mario Party 3. I feel like there's one other. I don't know. I will say the main problem I have with some modern SpongeBob episodes, they are too nostalgia reliant. Yeah, that's fair. I feel like a lot of things now. I mean, you see it a lot nowadays with things. It's heavily banking on nostalgia and the past. And you know, I always fall for the nostalgia bait, especially with something I love. Like it's like that's why I liked Spider-Man, the movie last year, No Way Home, I think it was called, right? No Way Home, because it had Tobey Maguire, and I loved him as Spider-Man. But you know, it's nostalgia bait. You know, it's all about bringing in the nostalgia. You know, and it's very much. I mean, you see a bunch of remakes, and you know, there's gonna be there's the season 3 of the new iCarly show that's coming out. I don't know if you guys have heard of this, but there's a Zoe 101 movie coming out this summer. I think I heard something like this summer. I know it's called Zoe 102, and it's coming out this summer, I think. Or maybe there'll be a trailer this summer. I don't know, because like it'd be weird for them to release the movie, but it's like a Paramount Plus thing. Like everything is like so heavily based on nostalgia, which I don't mind, but I feel like it's just not as clever as the original stuff, which kind of undermines it in a way. And like you said, like a lot of shows and movies are just coming too reliant on it. Let's see here. Mario spin-offs aren't the same anymore. Let's see, Diddy Kong Racing, Banjo-Tooie, Buck Bumble. Wow, that's a obscure title. Let's see. If Luigi's Mansion 4 comes out, do you think it'd be a good idea if they added Dry Bones as a new enemy? It'd be interesting to say the least. I think it'd be kind of cool. Maybe this is an idea I'll steal from my video. No, because I'm not doing Common Ghost anymore. Instead of like Dry Bones being an enemy, it's like a little ghost that like possesses bones, like Dry Bones, for instance. So it will look like Dry Bones. It'll be basically Dry Bones. And you gotta like suck something up and hit it with something, and then the bones will fall apart, revealing the ghost, and then you capture the ghost. That'd be a cool idea. Because like just having Dry Bones would be kind of weird, I think, because the whole point is your poltergust is your weapon and you capture ghosts and all that, so having Dry Bones would be weird. But like if it was a ghost that was animating the bones, and then you destroy the bones, suck up the ghost, that could be cool. The other thing about GBA and NSO is that in Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald, you have to rewind. You have the rewind feature, so if you're about to lose a gym leader, you rewind and cheat. Oh, does the Game Boy Advance, online thing not have the rewind feature? Never really thought about it, because I don't use that feature too much, so I never really thought about it. I know the N64 one doesn't, because I have tried on the N64 one, but that one I'll just like create a save state and go back to it. Either way, only been streaming for a half an hour and I'm already getting tired. Guys, am I getting old? Am I getting old? Or am I just like a wimp? Don't answer that. There's an article like a year or two ago, before Cosmic Shake was announced, saying that Purple Lamp was working on 2 unlicensed games. So maybe we'll see another remake like Lights Camera Pants, or maybe something different like a remake of the TAC games. It's possible. I mean, who knows, you know? I'm trying to think, as Purple Lamp's only done Cosmic Shake since Rehydrated, so yeah. Could be anything, really. Would be cool to see, Light Gear Pits, for them to do, like, a party game, something different. Like, you know, add some, online support. Or, like I said, a compilation would be cool, too, of a bunch of Nickelodeon games. Rare Replay style. Like, dude, Rare Replay is, like, one of the best gaming bargains out there. It's, like, $30, constantly on sale. And you get, like, all of Rare's catalog. Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, Conker's Bad Fur Day. You get Battletoads. You get Grabbed by the Ghoulies. You get Viva Pinata. You get so many really good titles for $30 on the Xbox One. Like that's, like, the easiest buy in the world. Surprised more smaller companies don't do that. I can understand why Nintendo doesn't do it, because they value their properties so much. A little too much sometimes in my mind, but, you know, they value their properties too much. But, like, smaller companies like THQ Nordic and, like, yeah, like, you know how much of a killing they'd make if they had, like, making money out of your old back catalog. It's like when you have, like, especially like when you're a company that's as big and has been around as long as like THQ Nordic have, and some other companies as well. I'm surprised more companies don't do compilations of their back, like, old games, because there's, like, nearly no work required. Like, yeah, there's a little bit of work, but, like, nothing too crazy. And then you're bringing it up to a modern audience, and everyone's able to play and enjoy your older games. Like, I don't get it. I really don't get it. Let's see. If a new Banjo game never comes out, I think Microsoft should just sell Rare back to Nintendo. I feel like I don't even think that's an Xbox. I feel like Rare. I think them not doing Banjo isn't necessarily a Microsoft thing. I think that's more of a Rare thing, because obviously Rare have a completely new set of, like, people working there now. Like, it's a completely different team over at Rare, and you know, I just think that they don't want to do it. That's what I think, honestly. Hence why something like Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts happened, because they didn't want to make a 3D platformer. They wanted to do something different, something new. And I mean, I did not like Nuts and Bolts. And I you know, it's funny. Everyone always yells at me. Well, not everyone, but a lot of people yell at me when I say I don't like Nuts and Bolts, because they say, "Oh, you just watched JonTron's video." No, I did not like that game before JonTron made a video on it, okay? I did not care for the car building mechanics, which is honestly why I have nearly no interest in Tears of the Kingdom, because I think that mechanic looks tacky as hell. Like, I'm sorry. I'll talk about Tears of the Kingdom for a little bit. I was debating getting that game for a little while, because I did like Breath of the Wild. It was a fun game, and it looks fun. It's just that all the building of the vehicle craft, it just looks tacky. It looks like something that was added just to, I don't know. It just doesn't fit. Like, everything about that game just kind of works, in my opinion, except for that. Like, I'm just like, why is this here? What is the purpose of this move? Like, the Ultra Hand and sticking things together is cool enough. Like, I can see how that works for some things. And the thing where you shoot up and go above the platform that's above you, again, great. I think that's a really cool move. Saves you from having to climb a bunch. But the vehicle crafting seems so, it's just so weird. Like, it doesn't fit, in my opinion. But that's my own personal opinion. Like, at least with Banjo-Kazooie, that game is wacky and crazy enough to, like, where like, you can see how, like, where the idea stems from. But With Banjo? Like, or sorry, with Zelda? Like, I don't know. Pokemon games never have save points on Virtual Console. Imagine Lights Camera Pants with online. I would love a rare replay-esque Nintendo game or Nickelodeon game pack. Yeah, that'd be cool. And yeah, Lights Camera Pants remake with online. Oh, I did a stream with Dave Ace and Riders DX a couple months back, playing Lights Camera Pants using Parsec. Really did not like it. I mean, I had a lot of fun. It was a really, really fun stream, but God, the delay with Parsec is so bad. Like, I watched people play GameCube games with Parsec, and it was just bad. It was just really, really bad. So being able to actually play online, like, would be so cool. When's your prediction for a Direct, Zach? My guess is either June 28th or July 5th. Hold on, let me look at a calendar. Let's see here. God, I really hope it isn't like July 5th. I mean, I'll take June 28th. I'll say June 28th just because that's when I would want it. Because I think that's like the only time I would actually be able to like react to a Direct. Because there's so much going on. The 21st maybe as well, but I don't know if it'd be that soon. I really don't know. Okay, how do I get rid of this stupid calendar? Okay, there we go. Microsoft said that Banjo's up to rare, meaning it's openly rare's choice of what they do. Yeah, that's why I remember seeing a quote about that. Like the balls and rare's core on what they want to do. And they haven't done anything in a while. Was their last... See if these can't be their last release, right? What's the video games developed by Rare? Oh, yeah, right, Battletoads. I forgot about Battletoads. And there's a new game coming out called Everwild, which looks kind of... I remember, hold on, let me open this game up. Yeah, it was like a open world, like, God, why does everyone... Wait, third-person action-adventure game, is more of a Viva Pinata-like game than a survival game that earlier traders hinted at. Also, let me see. I don't know why every game studio is really trying to go for the open world thing. I find those games overrated, to be honest. Let's see. I'm going to Six Flags Discovery Kingdom possibly soon. My aunt is going to be paying for my ticket. I feel bad for you that there's no Six Flags over New York, Six Flags over Manhattan. I mean, there's the one in Jersey. There's Six Flags in New Jersey, but I haven't been there in, God, probably maybe 10 years? 9, 10 years? Would Sakurai approve of Illumination making a Smash Brothers animated movie? I don't see why he wouldn't. Last thing they did with Banjo was putting him in Smash. Exactly. Well, I mean, there's also Banjo-Kazooie on Nintendo Switch Online. But, yeah. I think he'd be all in for it. Yeah, I don't see why he wouldn't be. I mean, like, Smash is his baby, but at the end of the day, all he's doing is taking characters that aren't his. I mean, I guess Kirby's kind of made his own. But, like, all these characters are not his. He's just trying to format them as best as he can to a video game. Like, it's not like he's the owner of Mario and has complete creative control of under what Mario or Luigi, you know, and all that does. You know, I mean, obviously, you know, there's the whole Master Hand thing, but, like, Smash Brothers is not as deep. And I don't even think Sakurai would probably have any creative influence at all, probably. I mean, I'm sure, like, they'd fly him out and get his opinions on certain things, but not like Miyamoto, where Miyamoto's very obviously guiding the direction of the movie. I don't think Sakurai would have that control, just because, yes, Sakurai, like, Smash is Sakurai's baby, but it's less so of it's his own thing as opposed to how is he making all these other people's things work in this game. But we shall see. I agree, Zach. I don't like open world that much either. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't care. Like, I feel like so many games try so hard to be like open world and like big and sprawling, to where it just kind of loses focus of like the actual like take a game like Redfall, for instance. Like, right, a lot of people talk about Redfall and how bad that game is just because there's nothing in the world. It's not enjoyable to go around an empty world and kill enemies every 20 minutes. Like, when you have big open world games like that, you gotta fill it with something, right? Like, I don't know. I feel like most, even like Legend of Zelda, like Breath of the Wild. I liked Breath of the Wild, but the world wasn't. I mean, in my opinion, the world wasn't necessarily the most interesting. In my opinion, like once you got to like the towns, where all the different like people lived. I don't know. I want to say creatures, but is that the word you call like the characters in Zelda? I don't know, but when you get to where all the characters live in these cities, like those are cool because there's people there's things to do. But when you're just out running in the fields, I found no enjoyment out of that. Absolutely none. But that's just my opinion. Like a very hot take for me, but I don't care about Sonic Frontiers because being open world, like that's the thing, is like, why does Sonic need to be open world? I mean, I know I think Sonic's story is a little more linear than that. Like, I think it does have a more progressive story. But, like, I don't know. Like, I don't see the appeal. Like, Hogwarts Legacy I played, and that game is open world, but it doesn't, you don't have to explore the whole entire world to, like in Hogwarts Legacy, you can mostly stick to around the castle and the surrounding close by areas. You don't have to go out and explore the whole, like, I played Hogwarts Legacy for about 40 something hours, and I'm not even close to seeing the whole world, and I beat the game. I mean, I didn't like 100%, I mean, obviously I didn't 100% beat it, but like, I beat the main story, and I didn't even need to, I mean, there were some parts where I needed to explore out more, but like, it wasn't a huge thing. And then the Floo powder fast travel made it simple to hop around. So, I don't know. Would you do your own NCU Phase 1, Phase 2 with a similar format to Legion before Concepts video? You could call it NCU Concept. Not Incredible Hollywood Insider was saying Zelda Illumination movies now being made. NCU is basically confirmed now. I mean, not necessarily. I wouldn't say the NCU is confirmed. It could just be that Nintendo, seeing how profitable the Mario movie is, want to try a Zelda movie. Doesn't mean that collaborations aren't going to happen. Like, there could be some links between the universes. But, like, I don't think they're going to go the full Endgame, Avengers route of it all, where they're going to do a movie on every single Nintendo franchise, like Kirby and Metroid and Pokemon. Oh, wait, Pokemon got Detective Pikachu, but, like, Kirby, Metroid, Pikmin, F-Zero. Like, I don't think all those are going to get movies. I don't see it happening. I see them more so sticking with the Marios and the Zeldas and the Pokemons, the bigger franchises. That's how I think, at least. They could make cameos, maybe, in some future things, but I don't know if there's going to be a whole NCU. Hey, DRP Smash, how you doing? I hear that Hogwarts Legacy is a lot like Harry Potter GTA. Kind of. It's more comparable if you ever played the game Bully. I mean, it's also made by Rockstar Games, who also make GTA, so very similar. But more like Bully, because obviously there's a whole school element. You're not like committing crimes or going to strip clubs or getting drunk or getting high or anything like in GTA. You're just a student at school, and you're trying to navigate the story. And it's a really good story. I highly recommend Hogwarts Legacy. It's an open world game, but you're not pressured to explore the whole open world like you kind of are in some games. But yeah, getting joke. That's Conker's job. Yeah, Conker's Bad Fur Day. I played a little bit of that game, but I haven't played too much. I really should actually try that game. Like, properly try that game, I should say. I have Majora's Mask script outline where Majora is almost scarier than it is in the game. God, I need to play Majora's Mask again sometime. You know, I just realized I could do like videos about my collection. I could do collection videos again. So like, let me know if this is something you guys would be interested in. While I'm away, So like I'm gonna be away. Like most weeks I'm going to be away like in June and July. Would you want me to do like collection videos where I show off the games I have for certain collections, like the GameCube, the Switch, cause usually I used to do them once a year, I think. But I think I started doing a little bit less because I haven't been getting as many new games. There's not as much new stuff to show off in them. But is that something you guys would be interested in while I'm away? Because obviously while I'm away, I wouldn't be making much content. So... And I really don't want to make content. Like, you know, it's funny. Last time I was in England, I mean, obviously, last time I was in England, this Mario Party Superstars hype was, like, around. And, like, I kind of had to do videos on Mario Party Superstars because, like, I need the clicks, man, the clicks. But this time, I don't want to really do YouTube stuff while I'm away. I want to enjoy my vacation. I want to enjoy my time with my friends and family. I want to enjoy it. So I'm thinking about trying to pre-record videos. And collection videos are the easiest to make and the easiest to edit. And people like them. I mean, I usually always got decent viewage from them, so I wonder if that's something you'd be interested in. Let me see. Even so, I'd still love to see when you would be placed in a potential MCU. In fact, getting one again just for fun. True, fair enough. All in good fun. That's fair. I'm just like, the thing is, though, is like, the reason I make my Luigi's Mansion 4 concept series is because I love Luigi's Mansion. And the reason I make the Mario Party concepts is because I love Mario Party. With, Nintendo Cinematic Universe, I would have to, like, really know every single Nintendo franchise enough to describe what kind of movie it would be and how they would do it and the characters they'd include. And I'm just not that savvy on every single Nintendo franchise. Like, I've only played one Star Fox game. I've only played a handful of Metroid games. I've never touched... Well, I did touch Earthbound, but, like, I didn't play it or anything. Or, like, much or anything. Pikmin, I played for a little bit. Couldn't get into it. So, it's like, you know, I don't know a lot about Nintendo franchises to really do anything. But actually, hold on. Speaking of, you know what? I'm feeling nice. Let me quickly pull up my... I have a little photo editing thing. And I'll give you guys a little sneak preview of what I've been working on. Because, you know what? There's not many of you here. And... I'll give you guys something new. Something I've been working on. So, let me go to... which view? This one? Yeah, that works. So here are all of my I've been doing a bunch of work on my projects. So this is my Mario Party concepts right now. This is the Mario Party concept video I'm working on. So I'm working both on Mario Party and Luigi's Mansion. Just so people know I actually am working on it. I've created all new orbs. So these orbs, I created these. Hold on, let me go. I call them capsules. I call them capsules now. So I created these myself. I think they came out pretty decent, right? They're capsules. Also, I apologize. My mouse movement and my voice are going to be in completely different spots because it's delayed. Like I had to delay my video from when I was playing my game earlier. So fair warning on that. But yeah, so these are the capsules I've designed. Originally, I had them in glass cases, which I never liked, but I wanted to do something different than just having an item. I thought having them in a glass case that you break before you use the item would be cool, but I ended up not really liking that, so I decided to bring back capsules, especially because I want spaces to be like something you can occupy again. So, you know, so there's a bunch of different things here. There's some new items like the double cherry console and the blue shell capsule and the... Oh, no, that's not new. Which ones are new? Strobulb, banana. Which other ones are new? The question... Nah, I guess it's kind of the same as the hidden block capsule from 5. But, you know, there's that. And then if I go to the Luigi's Mansion 4 project here, I've got some new ghosts. I'll show you this one because I think he's my favorite. So there's a new ghost for you. I feel like did I tease him? I don't know if I might have posted a picture of him up there. But something I'm doing to these ghosts, actually, let me get one of my older ghost designs up. Like, here's Hank. So I decided I wanted to do something a little bit different with them. I wanted to make them look a bit better. So I decided to add, I mean, as much as I possibly could. I don't know how well you could tell, but there's texture on, like, his clothing. His axe, like, you know, there's a wooden handle and it's metal. His mustache has a bit of hair. Oops. Let's see. Yeah, his hat. I might change the hat thing. I don't know. Oop, that's a little mistake I should probably fix. So yeah, so I figured I might as well show you guys that. So just to prove to you guys, I've been keeping busy with, you know, with stuff relating to the project. Okay, yeah, this is the poster I thought I teased, but I don't think I did because I couldn't get it quite how I wanted to. And like as you can see, I got Tubby Lugs. He's supposed to be Mr. Lugs' child from the original game. I'm trying to connect it to the first game and the third game. So yeah, all my a lot of my Luigi's Mansion stuff's in here. So there you guys go. There's your little sneak preview. There you go. Let's see here. Let's see. To be all for game collection. Awesome. Yeah, I'll probably record some then. Find a way to make them interesting. Will Luigi's Mansion 4 come out in a couple years? We have to wait a while. I mean, Mario Strikers came out last year, so Next Level Games are now officially 1 year in development of whatever's next, at least. And, you know, thinking that they didn't do anything conceptually, even while they're working on Mario Strikers. You know, they could have been. So, I would say potentially another 2 years. 2 years, I think, is when we'll see the next thing from Next Level Games. In 2 years. In 2025, I think. Whether or not it's Luigi's Mansion 4, I don't know. But it could also be sooner. It could be sooner because of the fact that Nintendo bought Next Level Games. They bought them out a couple years ago. So they could have more resources there now. They could have more developers. So development cycles could be shorter if they are given the proper funding and help from Nintendo now that they own them. So, don't know. I'd say it could be as soon as next year, but I'm realistically thinking 2025. Love your concept series and your intros are much better. Keep up the good work, Zach. Thank you, QWERTY. I'm trying to really improve. Just I'm not talented in that regard at all. So I'm trying. Sweet. Are you gonna be playing that early access that Quidditch game? So I did sign up for the alpha, and I mean I'll check my email now, but I don't think I haven't heard back about getting a code. Let's see. Yeah, still nothing. I got nothing, so let's see. Yeah, nothing. So as of right now, can't play it because I don't have it. But I also heard that you actually have to sign NDAs and all that kind of stuff. Like you have to sign non-disclosure agreements and not talk about the game after you play it. So, let's see here. Have you heard Hogwarts Legacy got delayed again? Switch coming out in November. I did hear about that. I'll probably still get it. Just because by November, like I stopped playing the game a little bit ago, not because I was bored or anything, because I beat the main story and I think by November, I think I'll be ready to pick it up again on Switch, or pick up and play it again on Switch, and I'll probably really enjoy it. I'd imagine. I think they can get the game working. I mean, I'm glad they're delaying it, to be honest, rather than releasing it unpolished. Like, I'd rather them spend their time and make it run well. So, yeah. I swear, if they make a Mario Party game that brings back orbs and brings back the boards from 5, 6, and 7, and there's 2, 3, 4 from each game, by the game in a heartbeat, I want that. Don't we all? Don't we all? I would love to see a Mario Party game that it doesn't even have to be remaking the old boards. I just want a Mario Party game that has that feel of the GameCube ones, where, you know, you're throwing items on spaces, being strategic on where you're putting your items, you know, like, I don't know. There's something about the GameCube Mario Party games that really added so much, you know, to the experience. And even though, like, I think 5 and 7 both have flaws. I mean, 6, I think, is the perfect Mario Party game. I think 6 is the absolute perfect Mario Party game. But 5 and 7 have their flaws. Again, all my personal opinion. But I think all 3 of them just nail what makes a GameCube Mario Party fun. The chaos of throwing your items on spaces and watching everyone lay down. I mean, Mario Party 5, freaking chaos. If you get, like, on the final 5 turns, if you get, like, where all the spaces have capsules on them, like, that's actual insanity, and it's so much fun. And, yeah. Alright, I think I'm going to wrap the stream up in a few minutes. Probably about 5 minutes I'll wrap the stream up, so get last-minute questions in before I head out for the day. And again, if you enjoyed the stream, do drop a like. It really means a lot for, you know, all the likes I get and all that kind of jazz. And, yeah, let's answer some more questions. Are you going to be making a streaming your Too Many Games panel for people who cannot go? That's actually a really good question. So, we're planning on, at the very least, filming it. It will, at the very least, be filmed for everyone to watch afterwards for those who cannot attend the event. For those of you who don't know, again, just going to remind people, I'm going to be at Too Many Games in Pennsylvania in about a week and a half. Okay, no, not a week and a half. In 2 weeks. It's going to be a lot of fun. Riders DX, Dave Ace, and myself, we're all hosting a panel, which is so exciting and nerve-wracking for us. We're all very excited. And if you can't make it, we are definitely going to record Towering Treetop. Sorry, Towering Treetop made me lose my train of thought. Oh, yeah, the panel. So, yeah, so we'll be recording the panel at the very least. Dave said he knows some people that will record it for us, you know, and that's great. As to how it will be uploaded, I don't know if all 3 of us are just going to upload the whole panel. If we're going to do it in a certain way that, like, there's something different on all of our channels, I don't know. That's something we still have to talk about. But at the very least, we will record it in some capacity. Live streaming, from my recollection, the Wi-Fi at the convention center isn't that great. So I don't know how well a stream would work. But like I said, at least expect something recorded. And I will be doing a vlog as well, most likely, of the event. I mean, I always, like, Too Many Games, whenever I go, I always did vlogs, so this is nothing new, but I haven't gone to Too Many Games since 2019, and that's basically right when my channel actually started kind of growing a little bit. So most people probably have never seen a Too Many Games video from me, so they don't know about the vlogs. So there'll probably be vlogs. There'll probably be some YouTubers in them. I know the Spawn Wave crew are going. I don't know if Sean's going from RGT85 because him and I are buds. So I don't know if he's going. But I know John from Spawn Wave is going. I know Jordan Fringe, who's a good friend of, well, I don't want to say good friend, but of Dave's specifically. I mean, Dave's his editor. But, you know, there's going to be lots of YouTubers in the clips. It's going to be fun. I can't wait. We're actually, it's funny, I was actually talking to Ryder and Dave the other day about this. And so Too Many Games has these wicked parties. They have these wicked parties that a lot of the YouTubers go to. That's how I met, I know I said the story before, but that's how I met the AVGN. I met AVGN at a party. Like, come on, there's no cooler way to meet the freaking angry video game nerd than at a party drinking a beer. Like, I think that's pretty freaking sick. But we're all going to, but me, Dave, and Ryder are going to try to go to these parties. We're going to try to go to concerts. It's going to be such a fun event. If you guys are going to Too Many Games, definitely come up and say hello. It's going to be a good time. It's happening in Pennsylvania again, so definitely come to the event if you can. It's a really, really good time. So it's affecting movies and TV games, but it's affecting video games being written. Just curious. No, I think the Writers Guild is specifically like a cinema world kind of deal. But I'm not too sure. Would you get the new Samba de Amigo game? It looks kind of fun. And when will we get a new Mario game for the Switch? God only knows. God only knows when we'll see a new Mario game. Can you really go over your direction video prediction just in case we don't get to see the video, Zach? Because if we don't get a first party direct, you may get some predictions right. Just not in a direct, so might as well. Fair. Let's see. I do think there's going to be, I think they're going to, since we're, I do think we are getting towards the end of the Switch's life. Not to sound grim, but I think we are. And so I do think we're going to see more smaller games and ports / remakes. So I don't think Metroid Prime 4 is going to come out on the Switch. I just don't see it happening. Maybe as a cross-gen title, like almost like Breath of the Wild, right? Maybe the Switch 2 or whichever will launch with Metroid Prime 4, same time as Switch, you know, or something like that. But in terms of like predictions, say Mario Baseball. No. Actually, no. Wait, when is baseball season? Hold on, because I feel like they'd kind of try and line up with baseball season. Oh, baseball season is right now. Yeah, no, okay. Oh wait, so it's season months. Let's see, so from like March to so April to September. Yeah, I don't think they'd. Oh, I mean, if they announce something now and release something in September towards like when all the big games are, possibly Mario Baseball. I think it'd be weird to like have Mario Baseball in the winter, you know. So like they would need to announce it either now or like in a February direct. Obviously we'd see Pikmin. I would hope they'd show something for Everybody Want to Switch. Still can't believe that game. It's funny. I remember I was talking to Tris from Game Explain. I was hanging out with them, and literally it was actually. It wasn't just me and Tris. Chris was there as well, and Tris's husband, Andrew. We were all chilling in Rockefeller Center right by the Nintendo store, and we were just talking about Nintendo, and Tris told Chris and I about Everybody Want to Switch. This was, I mean, obviously, like, a year ago now. This was when Chris was here in August, so it was last August, and Tris told me about it, and I was like, I didn't say anything. Like, I didn't post anything because I was like, well, Tris gave me the sensitive information. Could be real, could not be real. But Tris said they heard it from a leaker, and I was intrigued. Chris and I were both looking at each other like, what? This is insane. So for it to actually be happening, for it to actually be coming true, like a year later after I hear about that, like, wow, that is pretty insane. Anyways, back on track for the predictions. Yeah, maybe a remake of some kind. Like, maybe, I mean, Paper Mario is up there, because I know there's been rumors about Paper Mario. The 1,000-Year Door, I think, specifically getting a remake. Potentially even a new Mario Party? At this point, new Mario Party could be announced. I believe every single Mario Party game has been announced at E3, for the Switch, at least. Or actually, that could even be, like, I know Mario Party 9, I'm pretty certain, was revealed at E3. Hold on. I gotta, hold on. Did I do a reaction video? Oh, I gotta know. No, I don't think I did reaction videos back then. No, wait, no, that's before. No, Mario Party 9 came out before I even started the channel. Never mind. Let's see. But I guess those are the major things. I mean, maybe some Tears of the Kingdom DLC, but I don't think so. Oh, Mario Kart, of course. Mario Kart, the Booster Course Pass, the Wave 5 DLC. Yeah, I think that's most of the things I can think of. Did you see any of the Summer's Game Fest? No, I didn't. Funny enough, I actually wanted to stream that event. I thought that event was going to happen in the evening. So I had planned to stream it, but it happened at freaking 3 o'clock in the afternoon my time. Like, come on. Like, these kind of events, you gotta stream at night. Like, come on. Like, it's a nighttime event, for sure. I mean, especially for, West Coast. It's freaking noon. Like, why would you do that? I will watch, maybe I'll react to the Xbox Showcase tomorrow, but I'm not expecting anything, like, extravagant. But I don't want to miss if they announce a freaking Banjo-Kazooie game. I don't want to miss that. But I don't think they're gonna do it. But I don't know, maybe. It depends on how I'm feeling tomorrow. I know I'm supposed to go out with, to see a friend and get coffee tomorrow. But if that doesn't happen and I'm just chilling at home tomorrow, then yeah, I could probably stream the event. We'll have to see. What do you want for getting a new Switch 2? Basically, I just want something more powerful. Something that can handle games better. It doesn't even need to be a big visual upgrade. Like, it really doesn't. I just care more about the games just running well. I mean, obviously, look a little nicer too. Like, that would be nice, but run better to, like, get games to at least a solid 30, maybe even up to 40 FPS. You know, like, just boost game quality, performance, visuals, whatever. That's mostly what I care about. Battery life, of course. Like, I mean, the OLED's battery life is actually pretty good. Like, the original Switch's battery life kind of sucked, kind of dookie, but the Switch OLED, I think, has a pretty good battery life. So keep the same battery quality, increase the power a little bit, or a lot of bit, as much as Nintendo can do. Yeah. What about a new Animal Crossing game? I don't care about Animal Crossing that much. Not my cup of tea. And did you see the new Persona 3 remake trailer? I mean, I heard of it, but I didn't watch it because Persona's not my kind of thing, so I didn't watch it. But I did at least hear of the remake happening. All right, my voice is starting to go, so I think that's a sign that I should get going. Thank you all so much for watching the stream. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, like I said, drop a like and all that kind of stuff. Mean a lot. And I'll probably be streaming, well, I don't know. My friend just texted me. Hold on. What'd she say? It looks like I'm probably going out tonight with a friend. So I don't know if I'll be streaming tonight. At the very least, I'll be streaming tomorrow on Twitch. So if you're not following the Twitch channel, definitely follow it and all that kind of jazz. So till next time, you guys, I'll see you all in the next stream.